Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Bound Compass is proud to present to you the amazing adventures of Captain Farr Novarider and the Wild Horses. Brought to you by... Hey, stud. Are you tired of those long, boring nights on Bonnie's Hope? Are you looking for companionship, casual or otherwise? Well, look no further. Because Naughty Nancy's excitingly exotic escort service has the girls for you. Need someone to talk to? How about some arm candy? Maybe a little bit of service? Got a fantasy to work out? Are you a large elderly gentleman who likes to dress up like a hypersexualized neon female bat? Naughty Nancy's excitingly exotic escort service has the women ready to debase themselves for you. Naughty Nancy's excitingly exotic escort service. SCD free since 1986. And now, look forward, good listeners, to the fantastical year of 2010 AD, to the years of the Great Royal Confederation of Stars, to when humankind has expanded outward into the great beyond. We've reached thousands of planets, spanning hundreds of light years in any direction, and still we reach farther. Intrepid colonists brave the great empty expanses of the undiscovered galaxy to forge a new era for the betterment of humankind on countless worlds, moons, and space stations. It is to this new frontier where we turn our ears. Tonight's story is The Hellion Wing.
The ice giant's gravity well has us, Captain! Good. Full sail into that planet. At this rate, we'll be back in time to catch a distracting but barely amusing rerun of 2.5 Men. We're pulling away from those destroyers, Captain. Good. Keep us on course. We're in a slingshot orbit. Now, drop us into those clouds of ice. All hands, observe the fasten seatbelt sign. Are we dead? Don't cut the crust of the cracker with diced radish and olive oil. Quiet, everyone. Baron Showa's destroyers are passing over us this very instant. What's our status? They're passing by us. Even if they did try a scan, the ice crystals would scatter the signal. Excellent. Wait, who are you? I'm Petey, your sensor operator. I thought Holland... Whatever. My cunning plan to elude Baron Sherwood is working. If I, may ask, sir, why are we whispering? Sound can't actually travel through space. I knew that, of course. They passed by us, Captain. Then get us out of here. Full sail to Draconis Gamma 2. Let's get these ill-gained taxes back to those colonists quickly. Baron Sherwood isn't going to be happy when he discovers that his elite squad of destroyers were unable to capture the best privateer ever. I wouldn't say I'm not happy. A little disappointed, perhaps, but unhappy? No. Well, far be it for me to think that, Baron Sherwood. In fact, I might say that I'm quite excited, Captain. Really, sir? Oh, quite so, really. I mean, the famed privateer / pirate Captain Novarider broke into my private estate disguised as, if I understand the story right, a halogen fluid inspector. Stole an unfathomable amount of money from my personal stores by simply asking key members of my staff, and I quote, "Please help me move these crazy large bags of your boss's cash." Escaped in his ship unimpeded, and then eluded you, my most elite captain of my most elite squadron of destroyers. Well, that actually seems like a bit of a downer, doesn't it? On the contrary, Captain. It gives me a chance to finally put this antique one-of-a-kind ray gun that I purchased for a very large sum of money to use. And, how's that, sir? By shooting you, of course. Oh, indeed. Couldn't we, just dock my pay? I'm afraid not. As for the rest of you, Captain Farr Novarider has too frequently been a thorn in my side. He has not just insulted me, but he has also insulted my honor. Now, obviously, this means I have to reply in kind, but my confidence has been shaken in the lot of y'all. That's why I'm hiring a pair of hounds to catch this fox. Boys, come in here, please.
We are the Singer Twins!
Oh, Gentlemen, Jack and Jake Singer here have quite the reputation. Boys, please enlighten them. Our superior tactical wits defeated Luxon Coldwind at the Flame Nebula. Our expert marksmanship killed Lowland Inri and Pegasus Omicron 3. Weren't you the ones that made their reputation by, punching kittens? The very same, Harden Brothers. That seems a bit easy, doesn't it? I mean, anybody could just walk up and punch a kitten. Doesn't necessarily mean you're hardened bounty hunters. Now, hold on just a minute here. They punched kittens, man. That means they're psychopaths without fear or reservation. Well, I'm just saying, but if it was like a Bengal tiger or something, that might be different. It's a little bit more scary. Yeah, or maybe like a platypus or something. Yeah, like a platypus. The reputation might be a little bit more, I don't know, weighty. A platypus? Why would punching a platypus earn more respect than punching a kitten? Platypi are quite dangerous little creatures, actually. Quite territorial. They've got a stinger loaded with a dangerous toxin under the left leg that would drop a full-grown man. Now, that is how you earn respect. Wait, I thought it was the right leg. Is it? Nah, that wouldn't make sense.
Novarider, Captain Novarider, my good man. You have, to my surprise, managed to return the tax money that Baron Sherwood embezzled from us. It's a shame you couldn't join us for the celebration that we're throwing in your honor.
Don't worry about it, my good member of the proletariat. Now, if you don't mind, I have other members of the downtrodden and put upon to help throughout the frontier.
Hey, I think some of the tax money is missing.
I should probably let you go then.
Before you go, let me pass along some information to show our gratitude. I'm sending you a transponder code we picked up a few days ago before you arrived. It's a distress call coming from the Parson Nebula. None of us want to risk navigating that quagmire, but whatever's there is big. I imagine a man of your abilities and talents could get to it.
Thank you, kind sir. Remember that there are always people like myself, mostly me, looking after you. Anytime you're in desperate need of a few good men to fight social injustices forced upon you by royalty, call my toll-free number and leave a brief name, message, and credit card number.
Thank you, Captain Novarider. We will always remember you. Chances are good that we'll write bland folk songs about you and force our children to listen to and enjoy them so that they may do the same to their children.
Now, before these mud-chucking dopes figure out that we kept the other half of their return taxes, let's get out of the system. Good plan, sir. What's our destination? I'm curious about this transponder code. Let's head out to the Parson Nebula. There it is, the Parson Nebula. That was quick. You there, what's your face? Are the sensors picking up anything? Well, my name's Petey, and I'd be delighted to check for you. Well, look at that. There does seem to be something in there. Something big, too. What a mystery to be solved. All right, Hollander, show us your moves. Get us in to see that object. Sure thing, Captain. What do you think is out there? It could be anything. An old galleon from early days of space exploration, loaded with treasure. Or an old warship that was damaged during a great battle. Or a diplomat's vessel that was lost in an ion storm. Or it could be a great alien ship that lost power en route to colonize a new world. That'd be swell. That's retarded. It's probably just some automated supply ship that was hit by pirates. Happens all the time. Wait, didn't we do that last week? There it is. It's a cruiser. Called it. Who is she? It's the Hellion Wing. She's from the Duchy of Shelson. Shelson? Isn't that on the other side of the frontier? It is. I can't imagine why she's so far away from home. Last report says she was on a special mission with precious cargo. Must have gotten lost in a solar or magnetic storm. Hollander, bring us into dock. The away team will consist of myself, Wrench, Regan, and whatever your name. It's Petey. And hey, this will be my third to last away mission before I enter an early retirement provided by being a part of the best pirate band in the known galaxy. Farr, I wish to be a part of the away team. Certainly, my respectful yet mysterious chum. Hollander, you have command. Come, team. Oh, wait, hold on, silly me. Let me put on my lucky red shirt. Look at this ship. She's almost perfectly preserved. All the lifeboats are intact. Where are the crew, or their bodies? You don't suppose this is a ghost ship? It'll be quite the story to tell my son once he's born. I guess the wing ran out of supplies. Chances are their bodies are all in their quarters or at station. Confederated military procedure is to only be in necessary places during a supply crisis. Doesn't waste as much energy. We should split up to accomplish our goals quicker. Wrench, you're with me. We're going to try and find that precious cargo this ship was supposedly carrying. Oui, bien, mon capitaine. I told you to go to the bathroom before we left. Now, Derringer, you take I and head to the bridge. See if you can get anything useful up there. Regan, you go with what's-his-face there and see if the internal credit coffer doesn't still have funds in it that we can use to buy cookies and beer. Right. Break! Gosh, it sure is swell. Say, buddy, want some pie? No. My wife baked it for me. You know what I'm gonna do when I finally get home? Don't care. I'm gonna give a single red rose to my lovely wife. You're a walking cliche. She's 6 months pregnant. Want to see her picture? Not really, no. Oh, hey, look, there she is. Just shoved on my face. Isn't she beautiful? She's my childhood sweetheart. Huh. That's interesting. There are funds left in the internal coffers. Oh, shucks. If Commander Derringer was right, then they should have easily been able to stock up on supplies. Well, whatever. I'm beginning the transfer now. Should just be a moment. Done. I don't like this. There's too much in here for the ship to just run out of supplies. Something else had to happen here.
Grah! It's time for a hearty can of jelly whoopas!
Aye, are you there? Certainly, Commander Derringer, sir. I'm gonna bring the emergency power back on for just the bridge. Once I do, see if you can't interface with the computer and bring up the captain's logs. Understood, sir.
Looks like I was right. These men died of starvation. But why?
Logs are ready for playback, sir.
Go ahead and play the last entry.
Captain's log. Date. Whatever. If we had our lucky charm with us, we'd never have ended up in this position. The old commander would have gotten us out of this with barely a cough of his croaky throat. The last of the untainted supplies are gone now, as well as the remaining fuel reserves. We are adrift, and the remaining crew members are succumbing one by one to starvation and dehydration. To make matters worse, that bitch erased our TiVo queue and replaced it with an entire run of Psych. God almighty, the characters are underdeveloped, and the writers treat their audience like drooling morons.
I download these logs. It's a shame.
Sir?
That's Jonathan Ryan. When I first knew him, he was just a lieutenant, but I knew someday that he'd make captain. I just never thought it would be of the Hellion Wing. It's a shame he had to go like this.
Starvation is an unsavory way to die, sir.
No, having nothing to watch but Psych. I'm surprised he didn't shoot himself out of an airlock.
The files are stored, sir.
Good. I'll review them back on the ship.
It would appear that Captain Novarider and the others are in danger, sir.
Let's go help them, I.
Right. Here's the ship's vault. It's going to be difficult to crack this big mama jamma. If my eyes don't deceive me, this is a Pandora safe. If we trip even just one of the countless safety measures, it will destroy what's inside the vault. Mon Dieu! This will be quite a tough nut to crack. Yes, my accented and curiously alluring friend, this will be. I propose we cut supports from the frame as well as a piece from the hull large enough for us to fit the vault through. Next, we tow the vault along with us on a flight path past a star that will expose the vault to intense electromagnetic radiation, thereby shutting down all electronic countermeasures without triggering them. That should defeat roughly 65% of the safety guards, leaving just the mechanical locks and anti-theft systems. For those, we'll need a special oscillator that vibrates at a specific frequency to gently disable each system without triggering any others. The final stage of my ingenious plan is to contact an old friend of mine who lives in the bogs of Sigma Persei 6, on the edge of the frontier, who can pick the final complicated and delicate lock. Or we can just use the password they left here on a sticky note so they wouldn't forget. But the plan, it was unnecessarily complicated, and it was my plan. We can use your plan next time, Capitan. Really? Oui. Sissy fake language. Oui. It appears to be empty. Really empty. It would seem that someone was here before us. Scavengers or other pirates. Scavengers wouldn't have left the entire ship. They would have at least taken pieces of the engine, or even this vault would fetch a price. And there's not enough damage for a pirate attack. The dead crew members wouldn't be wearing valuables like watches and wedding rings. No, whoever did this knew exactly what he was looking for. This might also explain the state of the crew. Perhaps the manifest will provide some clue. Any luck? The last entry was made a few weeks before the Helion Wing went missing almost a year ago. It looks like a classified container was brought on board, along with an archaeologist and 2 Royal Marine Guards. They wouldn't attach Royal Marine Guards unless there was something important. Do you have their names? The archaeologist was a Stark B, and the 2 Marines were Rixel T and a Ferian A. Oh god. Regan? What's that one guy? Oh god. I'm not sure. I think he might be dead. Whoa. Well, hey, buddy. I'm right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. What's going on here? Why were you 2 running? There was this guy. Tell him about the guy. Yeah. This guy had a gun. Lots of guns. Like 4 or 5 guns. And hair. And he had this crazy hair like his skull exploded. Kind of like that guy right there. That's the guy. Run! Not so fast, dogs. And who are you? I'm Jake. You 2 have probably already met my brother, Jack. And we're the fearsome Singer Twins. Singer Twins. Guy's the one in the cardigan runs fast. We've got you cornered now. Surrender so we can take you to Baron Sherwood alive. You seem to have made one grave miscalculation. And that is my fist in your face. Ha! Jesus, right in my nose. Cheese it! You have nowhere to run, Novarider. By now our twin corvettes have destroyed your ship. Quickly! Take over there! Why did we stop running? Why did we start? We French never retreat. Obvious French joke. Now could we please get out of here? Again, we have you cornered, and no sucker punch is going to save you this time. Hollander, are you there?
I'm here, Captain, but I'm in trouble. There are 2 corvettes out here that are giving me a good chase.
Can you get back here for picking?
Negative, Captain. They don't want me anywhere near that cruiser. Oh, come on, lock!
We gotta get out of here before one of these stray ray bolts punches the hull. Any ideas? What about crying? Is that an idea? Reverse the modular polarity of a lambda driver, followed by a quick and precise calibration of the Harrison-Hamill negator, and then, and this is crucial, switch the parking oscillator over to a trinary recognition system. Will that help? Almost certainly. I don't have any of those things with me though. Go. Say, what about the escape pod? What about it? It's nice? Wait, I got it. We can use the escape pod, and here's the ingenious part, to escape! God, I hate it. They have us pinned down. How could we get over there without being shot? One of us will have to run over there and open that door while the others give them cover fire. But they will surely be killed. Regan, you go. Fuck that noise. Make Petey go. Yeah, allow me to go. But guy whose name I forgot. You'll probably be shot multiple times. Don't worry, I've got a pregnant wife waiting for me at home when I finally retire in just 2 more missions. Plus, I'm wearing my lucky red shirt. I'm off. He actually made it. Come on, friends. Join me in the escape pod and we can get out of here. You first, Frenchie. There's no way I'm going first. Make Regan go. It'll take a goddamn miracle to get me to run over there. Jesus! It's a giant albino platypus! Or it'll take a giant albino platypus to punch them out. Danger, you manly Deus Ex Machina! Quickly, join us in the escape pod. Punch it, Chewie! Activate the distress beacon. Hollander will be around to pick us up soon.
She's a fine vessel.
Well, Hollander's a fine woman, but I wouldn't necessarily call her fat.
I'm talking about the Hellion Wing, Captain.
Oh,
It's a shame to just leave her like this.
I'm sure that someday somebody will find her. Or Hollander will damage one of the corvettes, causing it to plow into the cruiser, sending the white hot wreckage in all directions. Need a hug.
No, I'm a bit boy.
You sure?
Okay.
There. Cry it out.
And thus concludes this episode of the amazing adventures of Captain Farr Novarider and the Wild Horses. Gentle listeners, join us again soon right here at boundcompass.blogspot.com for more adventures to follow. This amazing adventure was conceived, written, voiced, and vomited up by Devin Peters. With sound effects by soundj.com, pactv.com, 3dmmstudio.co.uk, Flash EFX, sounddogs.com, Series 6000, Extension 3, and the General, Supplier 2200, Digifx, Soundstorm Library, Impact Effects 3, Guns, Rob Noakes, Airborne Sound Library, Matt Temple, The Sound Effects Bible, Triple Crown Sound, File Effects Library, and Maxton Soundworks. All music by Bradley Rains, copyright 2011. Visit Bradley at www.bradleyrains.com. Bound Compass and the Amazing Adventures of Captain Farr Novarider and the Wild Horses are copywritten 2012.
It's good to be back on board the Cabalina. Indeed! Now, with all the excitement, I managed to work up quite the sweat. I'm gonna go wash my lucky red shirt.
Did he just slip on some of his own sweat, fall, and break his neck?
What a ponce.
I know, right?